La Roche-Posay. I just bought this sunscreen actually. And I'm kind of excited to use it because I don't believe I've tried this sunscreen before. But it's nice just to get a base. Marcel, I believe this is also a new product. I believe it's Canadian. This is the primer. It has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide in it. It's got a pinky gold tone to it. And I'm going for Ethereal Goddess this summer. So it's kind of like the perfect primer. This one also feels really nice on the skin. I find I've been using the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer and I am obsessed with it. It is the kind of primer I need for an all-day look if I'm going outside, if I'm going to the library, whichever of it that I'm doing for the day. This one, I find the Marcel isn't as like hardcore, like heavy duty. It's not as tacky, and this one's a little bit softer and it feels a little more nourishing for the skin. 70% isopropyl alcohol and a cotton pad, just taking off what I had placed on my hand. I'm going to use the Pixie Natural Brow Duo in the Deep Brunette. I have pretty much used all of the gel, and I don't believe I can scoop any more off the sides, so it's more of just a spoolie. And the crayon, I still have quite a bit left in the crayon. There isn't really much gel, but I'm going to give it a brush anyways. I was certain I was buying a makeup advent calendar. I had bought the Sephora advent calendar, not last year, but the year before. And I was absolutely obsessed with it, but I couldn't find, I'm not sure if I chose not to buy it or if I couldn't find it. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't find any makeup calendars that I had actually wanted to purchase. I waited. There was a couple of just kind of like names that I'm not familiar with, which I ended up buying, but I actually bought it on Boxing Day for half the price. And it was X+Y Beauty, so I'm using a lot of their makeup products. I don't want to I don't want to buy the products and just not use them. I don't believe I've actually opened this specific palette yet, but this is the one I'm going to be using on my eyes. And I don't know if this is a sparkle, because I would like to use it if as a highlighter if it is, but I think it's not. I'm going to use this camel color. When I apply my eyeshadow, I try not to do like just to here. I try to cover the area of my entire eyebrow. So I do like an arc and then a reverted arc. So I do an arch and then I do an under arch, and that's kind of like the shape of the eye that I'm doing. That's kind of a nice hue to have on. I think I'm going to go in with the pink next. I'm going to go in with this one here. That is my lid color. And then I'm going to use actually this like darker chocolate color. It's actually a very cool tone. I don't know if you would say that's chocolate. Chocolate's a bit more of a warmer tone. But I'm going to use this color here as the crease. Oop. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush that I was using for this lighter brown, and I might actually blend that in a little bit more, but I'm gonna go back on top and use that color to diffuse. I think I accidentally brought it a little bit higher than it should have gone, so that's okay. Nothing to say you can't fix it. Let's see. And then I'm going to go back in with this darker brown. Actually, before I forget, what I would love to do, I'm going to take the pink and do on my under eye with it. And I feel as though you're supposed to take the darker brown. I think the lighter brown might look better. You know what, I'm gonna take the lighter brown and sweep that underneath as well. Stila, I have been using this till the very bitter end. I'm going to use the concealer and wipe the crease. I'm currently using the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer as my mascara primer. This one is, I personally like this mascara, the lash primer. I find the formula's nice. It doesn't like, it doesn't cause problems with my lashes. They definitely are soft on the everyday use when washing off my makeup. It adds extreme volume. Like falsies who, and eyelash extensions who. It's $5, I believe, at the drugstore. And they just like completely extend my natural lash. I'm also using the Pacifica Collagen Mascara, a vegan collagen mascara. And this just goes on top of your applied primer. I accidentally have a little bit of primer on my eyelid. I find using a clean angled brush is the best brush to clean up any mascara that's on the eyelid, just because it's got the the tip to it, but it's also very small and thin, and you can just go in and do a simple stroke and it removes it. That is the eye look. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Glow Booster for Radiant Skin. It's in the shade, sorry, just one second. It's in the hue, shade 2, Fairlight. I'm going to apply this to the back of my hand. And I'm going to use the foundation brush and pick it up on my brush and apply. I have been loving this foundation. It's a medium to light coverage. It's not a full coverage, but I also believe for summer it has a beautiful like shimmer to it, and so it's not heavy like a full foundation, and I don't sweat in the foundation like a full coverage, but it's sheer and the formula is very nice in it. So I personally like wearing something similar to the Halo Glow, as it provides coverage, it provides the foundation itself, but it's not overly heavy and it doesn't cause my skin to break out. Huda Beauty pressed, Easy Bake Pressed Peach Cupcake. I picked this up on the, I believe it's a angled blush. I'm really stippling it in to the foundation. And then I'm going to use the, actually I believe this is all Shoppers Drug Mart. I'm going to use the Quo Bronzing Powder Honey Glow as a contour and bronzer. And I'm going to apply. I personally try not to pick up too much product when doing contour. Typically, what you apply into the brush is sufficient to do the entire face. As you want the contour or the bronzer to look as natural as possible, and you don't want too much color on your face, and we're trying to preserve the natural beauty that an individual has. Like someone, like I don't want to put too much bronzer as my face, because I'm not trying to change the color of my face to bronzer. I'm just trying to accentuate the shading of my face. And that's it's not certain places of my head, but it's actually symmetrical to where light hits the face and contrasting where it does not hit the face. So your cheekbones are a highlighted area of your face, as well as your forehead and your nose. So the contouring actually would be in contrast of those places, which are the hollows of the cheek, the jawline, the non surface area, the non-highlighted surface area of your forehead, and under the temples, or near the temples. Also the sides of your nose as the light hits directly onto your nose, under your lip, and under your chin. And I'm going to use the same brush, but I'm going to put down the powder, and I'm going to pick up a contour stick. This is actually just a very dark foundation stick, but I'm going to use it as a cream bronzer. And similarly, I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand and pick it up on my brush. Again, you don't really want to use more product than what's applied to the brush, as I'm not trying to entirely cover my face with bronzer in addition to the foundation I've applied. With blush, I'm going to use the X+Y Beauty blush. This one's kind of like a deep orange, and I'm loving the oranges right now. I'm all obsessed about orange hues, and I'm going to use this deeper orange. And I'm going to pick it up on my blush brush. This may be a contour brush. My blush brush. I'm going to apply it to the highlights of my cheekbone as well as the apple. And just blend slightly with the nose. You can, if you want to, apply some to the forehead as well to give a natural sun look to the forehead. And then following up behind the powder, I'm going to use the Quo blush. It's a cheek and lip multi-stick, but it's in the color Sienna 17. And I'm going to apply on a clean surface area just behind the contour. Using the same brush, I'm going to pick up the blush. I'm going to apply that to the cheekbones and the apples of my cheek. I can blend across my nose and put some naturally on my forehead. I personally have oily skin. I'm going to go back in with the Huda Beauty across my contour and blushed areas. And I'm going to use CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain. It's in the color 40 Jazzberry. It's kind of like a cool tone, deep pink. Ooh, that's the color. And that is the look. I forgot a setting powder. I'm going to use the Professional Super Setter setting spray. And that's the look. You'll have to excuse me, I am attending a runway webinar that I have to be in, but this is the look, and I hope you guys have a great day.